This is OS from the BBC with me, Divya Arya. Now, quite often we look at stories that have found a place on social media and are creating a buzz there. And we saw that Twitter has found itself at the center of a row with thousands of its users in India. The hashtag doing the rounds is cancel all blue ticks in India. And people using it accuse Twitter of not verifying accounts of people from what are the so called lower castes and minority groups. Now, for someone who may not use Twitter, the blue tick is a sign that anyone on Twitter is a verified person, and that is why Twitter has added a blue tick to their name. Now, I have two guests with me to talk about this. Tanisha is a law student studying in the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh, and Saurabh Sharma is a correspondent with 101 Reporters in India, currently in Lucknow. Thank you both for coming on to OS today. Saurabh, if I may begin with you, why?
Thank you. Yes, sure.
What is your stand on this trend, the cancel all blue ticks in India?
See, this trend I see as a revolution because Twitter came in India, they introduced the blue ticket and verified a lot of users. But I find it very unregulated because I think there was no policy behind uh, verifying the users. We see a lot of politicians, IT cell members who are working for different political parties, and people who are social media influencers. They have got the blue tick and they have been verified. And on the other hand, uh, sons of politicians who matter nowhere in the society. For example, like a few days ago, a son of a very big politician in India, I am not taking his name, got verified and he just had 216 followers. And on the other hand, the minority groups, people and journalists working on the ground have not been verified. Their request, take example of me. My request to verify my handle was turned down twice by Twitter. So I stopped applying for it. So it has become like an unregulated thing for Twitter. There was a person who started this trend to cancel all the blue ticks in India, and Twitter had to like verify his account. And now since all the tribal groups, people from the minority, SC, ST, OBC community, they have started demanding for it to verify it.
Saurabh, you mentioned, and I just wanted to bring that in here, you mentioned that Twitter does not have any policy about how it verifies, but we do know from Twitter's website, and I read this out to you, that the blue verified badge on Twitter
Yeah, yeah.
lets people know that an account of public interest is authentic. An account may be verified if it is determined to be an account of public interest. Now, typically, this includes accounts maintained by users in music, acting, fashion, government, politics, religion, journalism, media, sports, business, and other key interest areas. And they also say that a verified badge does not imply an endorsement by Twitter. I'll come back to you, Saurabh, in a moment, but Tanisha is also with us. And I wanted to
Definitely,
know
yes.
what she thinks about this.
I personally think that this is not an issue of equality or inequality. As you've read, when we make accounts on Twitter, we accept its community guidelines. We have to read its terms and conditions. We accept it to that. Now, suddenly, you one day come up and ask that all the blue ticks are wrong. When I don't think they are wrong because they are necessary for, like, as you said, for the accounts of public interest. Like, anyone can make a fake account in their name and say some anti-national things or things which are not considered right. And people might think that that is like that might create a controversy in the country. So to prevent that, Twitter had to bring something.
Now,
And
Saurabh,
it's not just Twitter. Other social websites also have the blue ticks.
right. I think, Saurabh, what you're trying to say is that this is got a particular targeting towards people from underprivileged backgrounds. What
No,
makes you think so? Like lower castes or minority groups?
see, as Tanisha said, it has nothing to do with the discrepancy between the upper caste and the lower caste. The thing is, Twitter has been saying in India that the verification has been stopped. They are not verifying. But on the other hand, they have been verifying Twitter handles. A lot of Twitter handles have been verified post this message of stopping the verification was posted on their website. So I think so. The dual policy, the dual phase policy of the Twitter has brought this outrage among the minorities in India.
Right. We don't know when Twitter posted this bit that you're talking about, that or it will not verify accounts anymore. But I wanted to
That
ask
is
you,
available
Saurabh,
on.
I wanted to ask you specifically about why you
Yeah.
feel people from lower caste and minority groups, their accounts are specifically not being verified. There could be people from upper caste whose accounts are also not being verified.
See, I'm from the upper caste. I know my account was not verified twice, and there is a section of media and section of people who advocate the lower caste people in India, and they claim that their accounts have not been verified. And since I haven't spoke to any of the Twitter guys, is so I couldn't say much about the discrepancy. But yes, a discrepancy was seen in verifying the handles, because as they posted it on their website, the verification was closed. But on the other hand, a lot of people, especially from the upper caste, were verified.
Right. We've just checked that Twitter did tweet in February 2018 that they've paused public submission for verification. But if I could just park that for a moment, Tanisha, and bring the
Yeah.
discussion back to the fact that you brought in your intervention about fake accounts. Do you think that this is extremely critical, this blue ticks, or does it actually create more differences?
I think it is necessary because Twitter does not stop people from lower caste or other caste backgrounds to make accounts, to make multiple accounts with different emails on Twitter. So people can make multiple accounts, and they also can make fake accounts of celebrities, of people who hold influence in society. So if they can do that, so it can create a controversy. It can surely create a controversy because you might not know that if Amit Shah, who is the current Home Minister of India, or is he saying that, or a fake account in the name of Amit Shah is saying that. You need something to show that.
So it's very important.
And also,
Sorry, go ahead.
and
go ahead.
also that the backward classes, if it's just about the backward classes not getting verification, many political leaders who are from the backward classes get verified on Twitter. So it's just not about that.
I guess both of you are now agreeing that it's probably not just about backward classes. Yes, Saurabh,
Yes.
go on.
It's yes. I want to add one thing. Like when we say the verification has been stopped, the notification was put up in 2018. Then politicians were like given a verified Twitter handle. But how come PR agencies are getting it done for celebrities and journalists, and specifically for few media houses which are inclined towards the ruling government? So I want to raise this question with your platform, and that's it.
And tell me something. What do you think about how important Twitter is, and as part of the public discourse? Why is it so important?
See, Twitter has become a very important thing in everyone's life today. Social media has been very stronger in the last few years. But if you check the Indian medias, you'll find that there is a circulation of lot of fake news in India. So it is very important for a person like me or a person who's working on a ground to differentiate that the news coming in on Twitter is very verified and credible. And if you check the data, a lot of incidents have happened due to rumor mongering and fake news, which happened through Twitter.
Right. Tanisha, very briefly, I just wanted to ask you, what do you think about the place of Twitter in the political discourse in India? Is it helpful?
Yes, it is very helpful because major announcement by the major political parties, the celebrities are made on Twitter, and just in seconds or minutes go trending, because Twitter holds such a big position in the society these days that it goes trending. So, everyone is there on Twitter, and if they are not on Twitter, the media houses follow Twitter and the Twitter accounts of the influential people. So we see that Twitter holds an important position in the society.
We'll have to leave it there. Thank you, Tanisha and Saurabh Sharma, for bringing us your views.